So how can you consistently come up with YouTube video ideas, and how do you test to determine if those video ideas are actually good? In this video, I've got 5 of my best tips coming up. Hey, what's up guys? Sean here with Think Media TV, helping you go further, faster in media. And on this channel, we do tech gear reviews, video gear reviews, as well as YouTube tips and strategy videos, just like this one. So if you're new here, consider subscribing. So your job as a video creator and a video influencer is to really be creative all the time. You always need to be coming up with new content ideas, new video ideas. Social media in general requires a lot of creativity, and it can be kind of exhausting and challenging to consistently find new ideas, right? So here are my 5 biggest tips. Tip number 1 is always be capturing ideas so that you have them when you need them. And so I mean 24/7, like always be ready to capture your video ideas. One of my things that I have is actually a video ideas journal, and I have different pages. I bookmark them. I just write down concepts. I even draw out potential shot things, the gear that I would need. I just have a place to capture video ideas. I also have a running list on my phone because I don't always have that with me. And so if you ever get hit with an idea, you're out, you're at an event, wherever you are, if you get an idea, capture it right then. Don't expect that you'll remember it. It's better to have a short pencil rather than expecting to have a long memory, right? And then the other thing that we use is Google Docs. And so I've got all kinds of different Google Docs. It's free to use Google Docs, and I have, shoot lists, and I do research, and I just have all these different video ideas. So I'm always capturing them. So if we have like a shoot day coming up, because we batch produce our videos, then I need to do like 5 to 10 videos all in one day. If I start at the beginning of the day, like, what are we gonna do? That's too late. I need to be capturing video ideas in advance. So always be looking around, positioning yourself for ideas and inspiration, and make sure to write it down or type it down with some sort of device. Tip number 2 is capture a lot of ideas. I think the key to having really great video ideas is having a ton of mediocre and bad ones. And so here's what I mean. There's actually a book that I recommend. It's called Becoming an Idea Machine. You can grab it on Kindle for 99 cents. We'll link it up in the YouTube description below. But the basic premise of the book is that our brains work the same way that muscles do. And so if you work out your muscles, then eventually you get the guns. Clearly, that's not something I'm doing very much myself. But the same thing works for your brain, that if you force your brain to come up with ideas on a regular basis, that your brain begins to become more creative. It's like working your brain muscle. And so what that book, the premise is that you should write 10 ideas down a day. Not necessarily 10 good ideas, just 10 ideas. And that out of that discipline, that you can then start finding the great ones, and those stand out to you. You'll be like, whoa, that one really stands out. So the key is to be capturing a lot of ideas. Don't really be judgmental when you're filling out your video idea book. Just get it captured. Maybe you'll come back to it later. Maybe it'll be refined, and it's the genesis of something that'll be better later, but you're just starting with where it is now. Always be capturing a lot of ideas so that you can get to the best ones. Tip number 3 is spend time consuming different sources of inspiration and ideas. And so here's a couple categories that I personally like. The first one is books. And so for example, Think Media TV is a tech channel. It's about videography. There's actually a book that I read years ago called Refocus: Cutting Edge Strategies to Evolve Your Video Business. Not only did I read it at the time and I marked it up for video production and for getting clients and freelancing, it's a great book. But now that I do Think Media TV, there might be just one part of this that could turn into a video idea. Just how to wow your clients with micro media. Talking about creating micro social media content, Twitter versions of videos and iTunes versions of videos, whatever. So I just got a video idea. I just flipped it open, and that could be one video that I maybe share here on Think Media TV. Of course, the inspiration starts there, but then I change it into my own understanding, my own language, my own experience. But that's video production. If you had like a leadership or personal development channel, what were the last couple books that you read? And are you filling up your idea journal while you're reading a book? So if you had a personal development channel, you can read that. If you had like a cooking channel, even just like a lifestyle, life hacking channel, 4-Hour Chef, Tim Ferriss, you know, this book is The Simple Path to Cooking Like a Pro, Learning Anything and Living the Good Life, right? So this book is actually about a lot of things beyond just being a chef and just cooking. But I promise you, I mean, if you sit down and you read this is a big book too, with your video idea journal, you're gonna get a lot of inspiration and a lot of ideas, and then you can maybe later turn those into videos. But here's another area, videos themselves. Watching YouTube videos and looking for inspiration, checking out what other people are doing, and then maybe doing that yourself. I think sometimes like we're afraid of copying people, but here's the deal. I mean, I look into the lifestyle space. People do like life hacks videos, pretty saturated space at this point, but like a lot of people just did like the same video. They'll do summer life hacks, you know, and it'll be like winter life, you know, they go through, but jump on trends like that. I mean, don't hesitate to watch other videos and to get inspiration out of them for your videos. And remember, always be capturing those video ideas for yourself. Another one is magazines. And same thing, what is your channel about? If you had a photography channel, you know, you flip through Outdoor Photographer, and not only are you gonna learn about some new lenses, some new cameras, but you might I always discover like crazy stuff in this magazine, like little pieces, like this magic ball. What is that thing? That might be, it's a NovaFlex magic ball. That could turn into a video here on Think Media TV because we share some photography tips. Maybe it could, maybe it couldn't. You know, you flip through here and this is real time, no pre-prep. And I'm like, okay, there's a new Blackmagic camera. Maybe I could rent one and do a video about it. And other things could be shot composition, locations, you know, just reading about a tutorial, maybe something you would think. As you flip through there, you're gonna get ideas. If you had a running channel, runner's magazine, shoes, fitness trackers, watches, you know, tips, like what are the ways to refresh your running life, to go faster, longer. So then you're like, I love that title, that's great wording. I'm gonna write that down as a video idea because I have a lot of tips to help people get longer distances on their runs. You know, so have you thought about subscribing to a magazine that's related to your YouTube channel, or just going to, you know, Barnes & Noble or some kind of a bookstore, sitting down, bringing your idea journal or your phone, and just capturing ideas related to your niche? You'd be surprised. And I think there's something powerful about taking it not on the digital, because you could just go to like the runner's blog. Blogs are certainly relevant, but there's something powerful about flipping through Men's Health and being like, okay, yeah, I haven't talked about protein lately and different aspects about protein, if that happened to be your niche. So definitely think about magazines as another inspiration. I mentioned blogs, you know, same thing. If you don't even have to leave, just go on your computer. If you read a lot of blogs, what's interesting is there's a lot of white space I've noticed where there's good blog content on the internet, but there isn't necessarily a good video about a post like that. Maybe there's a great blog about productivity, but nobody's quite done a video about productivity like that particular one. And then the last tip would be questions from the community, especially once you've maybe gotten a few subscribers, you've built up your channel a bit, definitely ask people to give you questions for video ideas. Sometimes now we'll do that on Twitter, we'll do it on Facebook, we'll do it on YouTube. Hey, do you have an idea about a future video you'd want to see here on Think Media TV? Let me know in the comments. And then that could be a great source of coming up with ideas and also building greater engagement and community with those that are connected to your YouTube channel. Okay, so those were a couple different ways of actually coming up with ideas, but here's the bigger question. How do you test and see if those video ideas are good, and how can you best position them on YouTube? For that, let's head over to the computer and talk about how to determine if the video idea is actually good. Let's go. All right, let's talk about how to test your video ideas and actually come up with titles for your YouTube videos as well. So let's say that you had a health and fitness channel, and let's just go with, you're like, all right, you know, this is a great idea, how to boost your testosterone. It's something that you know about. So what you would do is you'd come to the YouTube search bar and you could type in how to boost your testosterone. So check this out. What you actually see here is you see a bunch of predictions, and these predictions are what real people are searching for on YouTube in order of how much search volume there is, which means the top one is the most searched and the bottom one is the least searched. So the top one is how to boost your testosterone naturally. So that actually, now you know, real people are searching for it. So it's not just a video idea, it's actually a good video idea because there's proof that people want information on that topic. At the bottom, how to boost your testosterone levels naturally, and then maybe something different with food. That's a distinction. So how to boost your testosterone with food, that's gonna be different because maybe you don't like pills or something like that. You know some tips with food. So now you have a video idea. So when you maybe start with all of those different examples that we used, take it to the YouTube search bar to refine the idea. So let's look at this one. If you had a personal development channel, 10 simple actions that make you confident, happy, and calm. So maybe how to be more confident. So we could say how to be more confident. Now, if we add another space on the end there, check it out. How to be more confident around girls. Okay, that's cool. It's probably like a guy's channel talking about dating or something. But now you have another one, how to be more confident in basketball. Way different. But all of these new ideas are now coming to us and we can see how popular they are right here. We could do another one. We could go, outdoor photographer. And in this one, it's talking about the D7200. This is an older copy of the magazine. So you could go D7200 review. Sure enough, people are interested in that. But then even more than that, there's maybe some other distinctions. You go D7200 versus the 80D. So now someone's comparing that camera to, of course, a Canon camera. And maybe you wouldn't have thought to do that, but now because of typing in the search bar, you're starting to get those video ideas. Makes sense? Super powerful, right? And so your question is, are people searching for this? And you can start by typing in the search bar, and you don't even have to start with necessarily how to. It could be things like best way to lose belly fat for men. And there's the video idea. Now this one was how to fight fat with food, but there's even other ones. So you could start with best, start with how to, start with just the word and type a lot of different combinations into the search bar here. And that's gonna take things to the next level. But hang on for a second, we're not done yet. So what we can actually do now is we can actually take that idea that we just got. I was talking about how to lose weight. Now this is how to lose belly fat for men. So we can actually take that idea over to the Google Keyword Planner. Now this is a free tool. You just use your Gmail account, get your AdSense account set up. You don't even have to spend any money and you can use the tool. And you can go over here and it says find new keywords and get search volume data. You paste that in there, say get ideas. This video is all about how to get ideas. It'll give you video ideas and title ideas. So now it says the best way to lose belly fat for men. And what's cool about this is it's also letting us know how much search volume there is. So if only 100 people are searching for it a month, well then maybe you can only probably get about 100 views if that video ranked in search. But in this case, it's 1,000 to 10,000 per month. And so that's pretty big. But then what you do is you scroll down and now there's a whole bunch of other different ideas with distinctions. The best way to lose stomach fat. That could be a video idea and a video title. Best way to burn belly fat. That's another one. And you could go on and on. And the same would be true if you said, here you went tips for runners. And maybe you have a running channel. That's a good video idea. Tips for runners, right? Tips for runners, 100 to 1,000 searches a month. But then you also have other things. How to train for a half marathon. So if you start here and you thought, okay, I'm gonna start with tips, but then you're like, oh, I hadn't even thought about doing a video called How to Train for a Marathon, but I just did one and I know all the tips. That is a great video idea. And guys, this goes on and on and on with like endless video ideas. And this is so critical because now what we're doing is we're saying, hey, are people searching for this? Like, is it even have the potential to get views? Are there real human beings that are interested in this subject? We want to prove that. And then we want to see how much search volume there is. Is it only 50 people a month or is it 500 or is it 5,000? That could be a great video idea. and we keep finding other distinctions. We start with all of our tools, and then we pull those over into YouTube search and into the Google Keyword Planner and do deeper research to refine our ideas even more. But we still have one more tip. So let's head back into the studio and finish out the video. Okay, so that was cool, right? All you have to do is go to the YouTube search bar, start typing, some of your video ideas that you've wrote down and see what the predictions are. And a couple things to note. Number one, if there's no predictions, keep looking, because if you want to still make the video, you can make it, but if nothing gets predicted by YouTube, that means that nobody is searching for that and nobody's interested in that. So you don't necessarily have to give up on the video idea, but you might want to rework the wording. The second thing is that is going to actually be the exact title of your video, because that's the exact way that people are typing it in, looking for that kind of information. And so you can take those predictions and actually end up titling your videos a lot better by using exactly what was predicted there in YouTube. But on top of all of that, my fifth tip is then to repeat and refine your process. And so this is a little bit of insight into my process of how I use magazines, and whenever I'm out and about. I also like to go to live events like VidCon or these different, or even non-YouTube conferences, and I find that wherever I go, I'm just always having my radar out looking for video ideas, capturing them, and then I'm always trying to go to another level of distinction, understanding some of these tools like Google Keyword Planner and those types of things, so I can always be getting better. And then I also just want to encourage you to always keep growing yourself. The reality is that if our YouTube channel has plateaued, it could be because we have plateaued. Maybe you've exhausted your current level of mastery on a subject. Like if you had a running channel, you haven't really learned a lot more recently. You haven't leveled up your learning and got new information and read the latest studies and the latest research, and hadn't really, invested in yourself, because again, as you get smarter and you get refreshed with fresh ideas and all kinds of things, those things can then transfer over onto your YouTube channel, because YouTube is naturally an extension of us. So maybe dedicate yourself to a season of just going deeper on your topic. I don't think that any of us can ever fully exhaust our topic, our niche. I think that we just have to find new ways to go deeper and to always reach for new levels of mastery. And so I hope that those tips helped you come up with some great video ideas. And actually, if you're interested in going deeper on this topic, I actually have a YouTube masterclass. It's the replay right now. It's available for a little bit longer, and you can get access to it for free at learnyoutubetoday.com. We'll actually link it up on the YouTube card as well as in the description below, and actually go through a little bit more on video ideas, as well as then once you have the video idea and you put the video out, how do you get views? How do you get subscribers? And how do you really build your income so that you can make a side, part-time, and even a full-time income really doing what you love here on YouTube? So definitely check that out if you want to see that masterclass. Question of the day: what are your tips for coming up with video ideas? Post those in the comments below, and remember that some of the best tips, feedback, and insights come from you, the Think Media TV community, so definitely connect with everybody in the comments section. Thanks so much for checking out this video. Hit the like button if you got value out of this video. You can click here if you want to subscribe for more training videos just like this. Click right over here for the Learn YouTube Today free masterclass. You can get access there. And if you want to see a playlist with other YouTube trainings to help you get views and come up with ideas and things like that, just check it out there. Until next time, Think Media TV is helping you go further, faster in media. Keep crushing it, and we will talk soon.